Hey guys, so today we are going to dive into polygel. I got a bunch of requests to review polygel in general. I originally tried to buy that one polygel that I've been seeing in a ton of Facebook videos, but I bought it from a place called Vpfashion. I bought it about 2 months ago and they never sent it, and then I had to file a PayPal dispute, and then I finally got my money back, and I couldn't find anywhere that had fast shipping because it comes from China, so I decided to get this set instead from Gelish. This is a trial kit, so it is not like the full kit that you can buy. I believe 99% sure that this is for technically professionals only, unless you don't care, in which case you buy it on the quote-unquote black market, which I will leave a link to in the description as usual. So polygel is essentially a mix between acrylic and gel. It does not harden until you put it under a LED light, but it works like acrylic and it's really a lot harder than gel, and it works with a solution. I have not ever tried it before, so I am excited to. In this kit, you get the slip solution. It has no really strong smell like the usual acrylic monomer. In the kit, you also get the actual polygel itself. I got the natural clear sheer, and you also get this little, I don't know what they call it, thing to kind of squeeze down because it is really hard and it would be extremely difficult to get it all out or even squeeze this thing in general without this. So you get that. Then you get this little tool to scrape the gel out like that, and that is pretty much what you get in the trial kit. I wanted to get the trial kit because the regular kit is a lot of money. So yeah, things I am using that did not come in the kit include a brush. I got this brush from Sally's. It was like $10, and to be honest, a lot of the bristles fell out and are still falling out. It was $10, you get what you pay for. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not great. I also bought this little itty bitty cup from Sally's to put the slip solution in. And then I do use an electric file like so, but if you don't have that, you can definitely get away with just a regular file. I prefer this curved one because I find that I cut myself a lot less when I'm filing my nails, and then also some buffing blocks in different grits. And of course, because this only cures using an LED, or if you have a UV, you can use that. It just takes longer. So I'm starting off with this. It is super thick, and so you just scrape it off like that. And then as you can see, my nails are all prepped, so then I'm going to put a little bead on like that. You're supposed to like really roll it on more, but I think that's kind of difficult. And then you're going to take the slip solution that I've just put a tiny bit in this little thing here. I did not need much of this while doing this hand, which I practice on. That way when I showed you guys, it wasn't totally learning, and I'm saturating all of it and then sort of just pushing the excess off. I was surprised at how hard you actually have to push. It just like mushes. The only like good sort of analogy I can give you is that it's like clay. When you're pushing it, you literally just have to like push it with a little bit of force, which is weird because I know sometimes with like acrylic, it just moves super easily. So basically what I've been doing is just trying to cover the nail completely with just a small bead, and then sort of going back and building it up if I need to. Unlike acrylic, I'm not finding that this sticks to the brush. So if you like get some on, you can just wipe it off and then dip in the slip solution without like worrying if it's gonna make the bristles stick together or anything like that. I haven't had that issue at all. And then to kind of get like a nice curve-ish with the cuticle, I've just been kind of pulling down from it and then just pulling up to try to get a sort of natural curve in it. Always the goal is to not get any on the cuticle, but with this, it's a little difficult since you have to really use force to push it around. Once my nail is how I like it, you can see that I have a tiny bit probably on my cuticle. I dip the brush again and make sure I don't have any of like the polygel on. Then I'm just going around with like the edge of the brush and sort of getting any away from the cuticle. Like you can kind of see right here, I'm gonna go like that, and it's pulling up whatever little bit was on the cuticle. Then you take your light and you cure it for 30 seconds with your LED. Earlier I accidentally squeezed out too much, so I just pulled some off of an extra little palette I had. Okay, and then now I'm just pretty much going to shape it. This is honestly a million times easier to work with than acrylic. I am absolutely terrible at acrylic. But this gives you basically all the time in the world to put it where you want and shape it to the best of your ability, so you don't have to do as much filing. The best way to shape it is to really just kind of like shape it downwards, because you really do not need that much product. And I keep pulling out more product than I need, is to just shape it this way, pull it in at the sides, and then just kind of go until you get an excess little bead like this, until eventually you get about this, and you can sort of just pull it off at that point. And you can reuse this little bit, so put it to the side. For the most part with this stuff, nothing goes to waste, because you can just use it all, even at all the excess that you take off, no matter how much of the slip solution you put on it. And then you have your nail. Now keep in mind, I do mine straight so that it looks sculpted, even though it's not, and my tips are just on straight. And of course I will leave the tips that I use below. Okay, so I just filed my nails, and here they are. They look a little rough because while I was filing, I realized that sort of down by the cuticle, it was a little thin, and so I had to add more and then just kind of like merge the two layers together. But overall, I'm really, really happy how they came out, and I really, really like the shape of them. For filing, I used this nail drill, and I got these other drill bits from Amazon. I will link those below as usual. But I think that these especially helped this time because of this like little rounded off part. I wasn't able to like catch my cuticles or anything like I normally do when I'm drilling, which was been nice, so I didn't cut myself at all with my drill. I really don't show the drilling process because I'm still not very good at it, so I don't want to show anyone yet. So my overall thoughts on this so far was that it was pretty easy to work with, and it was really, really nice that it did not dry and you had unlimited amount of time to work with it. It drilled down really easily too. My only concern is that it is too soft. I'm feeling like it could be too soft. I feel like they could break. We will see as time goes on while I wear the set. But I do think that this is 10 times easier to work with than acrylic. If you're not good at acrylic, you can probably do this. If you usually like gel, you'll probably like this even more than gel. I used to use almost only gel, and I would definitely prefer this. But if you are 100% a beginner, I think I would still recommend a dip acrylic, just because that's really, really simple. You can't mess that up, but this can take a bit of time to shape if you're not used to doing that sort of thing. If you want to see how long this set lasts me and my update on my thoughts on this kit, please subscribe and watch a future nail video. It probably won't be an update in the next 1 or 2 nail videos, but whenever this set is done, I will definitely give an update in whatever nail video I do is closest, as I did in this one about the last dip nail kit that I reviewed. If you want to see me decorate this set of nails, please watch my next video, or if it's not up yet, it will be up soon in the next day or 2, and please subscribe to watch that. I'm going to give an update on the last nail kit that I reviewed, the Color Club nail dip kit from Walmart. Overall, the nails lasted a solid 2 weeks and like 2 days. After that, like 2 weeks and 2 days, one of them lifted and then 2 of them broke all in one day, and I wasn't doing anything too extreme, but for the entire time until then, they lasted extremely well. I had no issues at all with them until that point. At that point, I probably could have done a rebase and not had any issues, but I kind of just wanted to see how long they would actually last. Overall, for $20, I think this is an absolutely amazing deal. If you're thinking about doing your nails at home, this is probably the first kit that I would grab, so you can really be sure you're ready to commit and do your nails at home and buy, you know, various things like, you know, an LED light or a nail drill or a bunch of different polishes and all that kind of stuff. This is a really, really cheap way to figure out if you want to do your nails or not. And it's also really, really good quality. I will definitely be grabbing a couple in the future. They have all different colors that I would like to grab and try out. But overall, absolutely great product and probably the easiest to start out with. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!